celebrating the sports heroes who died in 2024.
We hope these stories encourage you to explore these incredible athletes' remarkable lives and achievements further. Jerry West, the Logo, a three-time NBA Hall of Famer and one of basketball's greatest minds, excelled both as a player and as an executive, shaping the careers of legends like Kobe Bryant and Steph Curry. He passed away in Los Angeles at the age of 86.
Dikembe Mutombo, a basketball Hall of Famer who was one of the best defensive players in NBA history and a longtime global ambassador for the game, was known for his signature no-no finger wag after a blocked shot. He was a four-time Defensive Player of the Year. He died from brain cancer at the age of 58. Bill Walton was a towering presence both on and off the court, a three-time NCAA champion and an NBA champion with the Portland Trail Blazers and Boston Celtics. He also won league MVP in 1978. After he retired, he became a celebrated basketball analyst. Known for his sharp wit and sometimes eccentric commentary, he was a captivating figure in sports media. He passed away at the age of 71. Willie Mays, the Say Hey Kid, was a legendary outfielder who played most of his career for the New York and San Francisco Giants, known in baseball lore for the catch, arguably the greatest defensive play of his generation. He was often called the greatest baseball player of all time. He finished his MLB career with 660 home runs, over 3,000 hits, and a .302 batting average. Died of heart failure at the age of 93.
Pete Rose, one of baseball's greatest players, set a record with 4,256 career hits. He was nicknamed Charlie Hustle due to his high-energy playing style. Unfortunately, his gambling led to a lifetime ban and kept him out of the Hall of Fame. He died of natural causes at 83. Orlando Cepeda was a Hall of Fame baseball player who was an 11-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year in 1958, MVP winner in 1967, and a longtime teammate of Willie Mays on the San Francisco Giants, who is also considered a Giants legend. Died in Concord, California at the age of 86. Ricky Henderson, the greatest leadoff hitter and base stealer in Major League Baseball history, whose blazing speed, discerning eye and unusual home run power complemented an irrepressible swagger that led him from the sandlots of Oakland, California, to the Baseball Hall of Fame, died Friday. He was 65. Bud Harrelson, the scrappy and sure-handed shortstop who fought Pete Rose on the field during a playoff game and helped the New York Mets win an astonishing championship, died early Thursday morning. He was 79.
Fernando Valenzuela, the only pitcher in baseball history to win the Cy Young and Rookie of the Year awards in the same season in '81, was easily the greatest ballplayer to ever come out of Mexico. He died of cancer at 63. Don Gullett was a pitcher for the Cincinnati Reds during their 1970s dynasty, winning 2 World Series before spending 16 years with the team as a coach. He was 73.
UL Washington was a shortstop with the Kansas City Royals, Montreal Expos, and Pittsburgh Pirates, known for the ever-present toothpick in the corner of his mouth, and died in Atoka, Oklahoma, of cancer at the age of 70.
Sean Burroughs was a star athlete at just 12 years old. A 2-time Little League World Champion who pitched back-to-back no-hitters in the Little League World Series, also was on the 2000 Olympic baseball gold medal winning team in Sydney, Australia. He struggled with drugs and sadly died from a fentanyl overdose at 43.
O.J. Simpson, who ran to fame on the football field, made fortunes as an All-American in movies, television, and advertising, and was acquitted of killing his former wife and her friend in a 1995 trial in Los Angeles that mesmerized the nation, died on Wednesday at his home in Las Vegas. He was 76.
Dwayne Thomas was an extremely gifted Dallas Cowboys running back in the early 1970s, often compared to Jim Brown. Sometimes controversial, often misunderstood, he was a talented running back with a style all his own. Twice, he led the Cowboys in rushing and scored Dallas's first Super Bowl touchdown. Unfortunately, his career only lasted a few years. He passed away at 77. Jim Otto was an NFL Hall of Fame center who played for 15 years and 210 straight games with the Oakland Raiders. Otto was a 12-time Pro Bowl player who was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1980, his very first year of eligibility. considered one of the best ever at center. He died at 86. Chichi Rodriguez was a World Golf Hall of Famer who won 8 PGA Tour events and became known for his antics on the course. After a good putt, he would treat his putter like a sword and do what he called a toreador dance, wielding his sword at the hole, wiping imaginary blood from its shaft, and then sheathing it. He was 88 when he died.
Grayson Murray was a professional golfer and two-time PGA Tour event winner, who was ranked 58th in the world. His second PGA Tour win came in 2024, when he took the Sony Open in Hawaii in January. Murray was open about his struggles with anxiety, depression, and drinking. He died by suicide at the age of 30. Olga Fikatova was an Olympic gold medal-winning and record-setting discus thrower, whose romance with American athlete Hal Connolly captivated Americans but made waves in her home country of Czechoslovakia. She participated in 5 Olympics, 1 with her home country and 4 with America. She died at 91.
Former Los Angeles Rams and Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Roman Gabriel died at the age of 83. He was the NFL MVP in 1969 and still holds Rams records for most TDs and yards.
Bob Scholl was a renowned long-distance runner who was the U.S.'s only Olympic 5,000-meter champion, winning the gold in 1964, all while having asthma. He was 86. Joe Jellybean Bryant was a former NBA player with the Philadelphia 76ers and Los Angeles Clippers, a WNBA coach, and the father of NBA superstar Kobe Bryant. He passed away at 69. Jean-Guy Talbot was an NHL defenseman with the Montreal Canadiens who won 5 straight Stanley Cups and 7 in total, and he appeared in 10 championships throughout his career. Died in Trois-Rivières, Quebec, at the age of 91.
Vic Seixas was a champion tennis player who won 15 Grand Slam titles and took victory in men's singles at Wimbledon in 1953. Died at the age of 100. Kelvin Kiptum was a record-breaking marathon runner, poised to become an Olympic star, having run 3 of the 7 fastest marathons in history, and being the first to run a marathon in under 2 hours and 1 minute. Died in Kenya in an auto accident at the age of 24.
Richard Castor was a 13-year NFL veteran who went to 3 Pro Bowls as a New York Jet. Died from complications of Parkinson's disease in Long Island, New York, at the age of 75. Drew Gordon was a power forward the Philadelphia 76ers and the older brother of Denver Nuggets forward Aaron Gordon. Died in Portland, Oregon of injuries sustained in a car accident at the age of 33. Golden Richards was a wide receiver who won a Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys. After his retirement, Richards produced and hosted ESPN Outdoors. He was diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2011 and struggled with his health for his remaining years. He was 73. Earl "The Twirl" Cureton was an NBA player and college standout who excelled at the University of Detroit Mercy and played pro ball with the Philadelphia 76ers, Detroit Pistons, and others. Died in Detroit at the age of 66.
Lance Larson was an Olympic champion swimmer who was ultimately awarded a silver medal instead of gold in what is considered one of the most controversial calls in modern swimming history. Died in Orange County, California at the age of 83. Shaughnessy Sean Barber was a Canadian pole vaulter who won his event in both the World Championships and Pan American Games in 2015. Died at his home in Kingwood, Texas, of medical complications at the age of 29.
Franz Beckenbauer was a German soccer legend who won World Cups both as a player and coach. Nicknamed Der Kaiser, Beckenbauer was one of Germany's most exalted soccer players. He died at his home of natural causes at the age of 78. Jack Squirek was a linebacker with such NFL teams as the Los Angeles Raiders, known for a key play in Super Bowl XVIII. Died after an illness at the age of 64.
Frank Ryan was a 3-time Pro Bowl quarterback in the NFL who led the Cleveland Browns to their most recent title in 1964, before retiring to become a mathematician and creator of the first electronic voting machine. Died of complications from Alzheimer's disease in Waterford, Connecticut at the age of 87. Darius Morris was a former NBA point guard who played for the Los Angeles Lakers. Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers, and others, died in Los Angeles at the age of 33. Mike Captain Crunch Colon was a linebacker with the Miami Dolphins who won 2 Super Bowls with the team, including during their perfect 1972-73 season. He died at 76.
Kyrie Jackson was a former college football player about to make his professional debut as a cornerback with the Minnesota Vikings. Died in Maryland in a car accident at the age of 24.
Vontae Davis was a cornerback for the Miami Dolphins, Indianapolis Colts, and Buffalo Bills, who famously retired during halftime of a 2018 game. Died at his home in Southwest Ranches, Florida at the age of 35.
Larry Allen was an offensive lineman for the Dallas Cowboys, an 11-time Pro Bowl selection, and a Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee. He is widely considered one of the best offensive linemen ever. He died while on vacation in Mexico at the age of 52. Bob Avellini was a quarterback for the Chicago Bears in the 1970s and early 80s who threw a famous pass that helped the team to the playoffs in 1977. Died in Chicago of cancer at the age of 70.
Jose De Leon was a 13-year veteran of Major League Baseball who played with the Pittsburgh Pirates, St. Louis Cardinals, Chicago White Sox, and others. Died in Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic, of cancer at the age of 63. Peter Oosterhuis was probably best known to U.S. sports fans as the longtime voice of the 17th hole at Augusta National during CBS's annual coverage of the Masters. He was also a great player who still holds the record for most victories in Ryder Cups at 6. He died of complications due to Alzheimer's at the age of 75.
Corey Cunningham was an offensive lineman in the NFL who played 31 career games, most of them with the New York Giants. Died in Clifton, New Jersey at the age of 28.
Carl Erskine was an all-star pitcher and the last of the Boys of Summer Dodgers teams of the 1940s and 1950s, who hurled 2 no-hitters with the team during their most illustrious era. Died in Anderson, Indiana of pneumonia at the age of 97.
Joe Jellybean Bryant was a former NBA player with the Philadelphia 76ers and Los Angeles Clippers, a WNBA coach, and the father of NBA superstar Kobe Bryant. He passed away at 69. Ken Holtzman, MLB's winningest Jewish pitcher who threw 2 no-hitters for the Chicago Cubs and helped the Oakland Athletics win 3 straight World Series championships. Died in St. Louis after battling heart issues at the age of 78.
Jerry Grote was a Major League Baseball catcher who won the 1969 World Series with the New York Mets. The Mets Hall of Famer was the backbone of a young Mets team who captured the heart of New York City in 1969. Known as the best defensive catcher in franchise history, he was a 2-time All-Star. He died at 81. Akebono Taro, a Hawaiian-born sumo legend, made history as the first non-Japanese wrestler to reach the sport's highest rank, inspiring a renewed global interest in sumo. Over his illustrious career, he claimed 11 championships and finished as a runner-up 13 times. Akebono passed away in Tokyo, Japan from heart failure at the age of 54.
Thanks for watching the 50 sports icons who died in 2024.